let's hope that the mother has actually abandoned the YouTube video.
She's gonna watch the video later tonight.
Or in about so not in about 5 minutes. I think we finally have a game.
It would appear so.
That'll be very unlucky if Christof was dropping again, since he was doing quite well versus the double sentinel build.
Yeah, he kind of seemed to be trying to figure it out here in this second game.
Yeah, sentinel coming up again instantly for Atlas. And we don't even have an initial lag. Well, no, we have. Oh, darn it.
You can text message him if he wants to play games. I'm busy casting.
Okay, so Atlas isn't going for the second sentinel instantly.
I was kind of going to mention this, that he probably just would change up his build order a bit and see, because Christof is going to be expecting that double sentinel, so if he sees something like fast catechins or something, he's definitely going to be taken off guard.
Yeah, I think so too. But we'll see. If Christof just is waiting out with his second CSM.
He could just be going for second or sentinel later.
A little bit of a mind game.
It looks like he may actually go for the decap. Oh, no. Yeah, and he just waited for the second sentinel as well.
Second sentinel coming. Notice up. So once he sees the second sentinel, I think he'll go for the second CSM again. Or he might do it just as well now.
Well, by the time he sees the second sentinel, he'll be at about 450 recs, so... Or 400, I can't remember what they are. I think they're 400 actually, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so back to basics. Hammer of the Witches.
Yeah, Hammer of the Witches bugged out there.
Yeah, it's a really short range ability. If you run out of the range, it'll be cancelled.
Yeah. This is the kill of the week.
Completely missing everything. Okay, and there's the second
Chaos Lord has to retreat. That's nicely played. And Flamer Guardsman up again. They're gonna take down this node.
It's really committing to these Flamer Guardsmen.
Yeah, and I think that's Christof's build is definitely better in this second game, and even in the disconnect game. It kind of punishes Flamers more because of the power armor that Chaos Space Marines have.
Yeah, is he going for some grenade launchers again, or directly for the combi Flamer? No, he's going for double Eternal War. Yes.
Yep. That's not a bad choice. I mean, the CSM are doing a majority of the work here anyway, keeping the pressure up on these Sentinels.
Yeah, and exactly that is what's happening. So this first Sentinel is really in trouble.
Yeah, both of these Sentinels could use some repairs as well, and he's forced with his Flamer Guardsman to kind of keep them over there because he does want to keep that Gen Bash up, so he's got to be careful with this Sentinel. He's moving in the middle here because he has no repair support for this, and really not a lot of support other than the Inquisitor, so...
Yes. I think Atlas is kinda screwing himself at the moment.
Yeah, he just needs to sit back and repair his Sentinels and stuff, and needs to hope that Christof doesn't do a really aggressive push here with his Eternal War CSM.
Yeah, I mean he could basically almost chase these Sentinels into base and get a kill.
Yeah, because they're really low. And actually we do see some catechins on the way for Atlas, as well as a pair of gens, so...
Chaos Lord is idling.
In fact, all of his stuff is idling, with the exception of the heretics. We'll see. Interested to see what his response is to the catechins, maybe Noise Marines or Havocs even. Havocs probably wouldn't be a good choice though, considering there's 2 Sentinels and he can get the ground pound upgrade on them, and that would just be basically locked down all the time.
I mean, the Catechins, on the other hand, need to make something happen. Only
Yeah,
to
definitely,
buy them only for the all reliable is kind of wasted resources.
Well, one thing he can do with the Catechins as well is when he gets their demo man, he can place charges, and even if he doesn't necessarily detonate the charges, they're really good for scouting information and stuff, because they have a large radius of sight.
Yeah, and especially since Christof only has one heretic squad, which isn't upgraded.
He did just get his gens bashed again, or is getting his gens bashed again, but he seems fairly confident that he can go to Tier 2 with this build. And I mean, actually, Atlas isn't even repairing his Sentinels in base, so...
Yeah, Flamer Guardsman forced off. Same of the witches again. Scareslot does not want to fight.
Oh, and that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate
actually,
special.
Yeah, you may actually be able to wipe these with the heretics.
Oh, the Catechins! Wow,
Oh,
he
that's a
wiped
big
the
loss.
That's unfortunate. Where's the second CSM squad? Oh, it's back at base.
Yeah, now his Sentinel, I mean, Atlas is basically right back where he started, except he has less resources this time. He hasn't even taken a single VP off of Christof either, so...
Yeah, and the heretics are really pushing forward.
Still surprised we haven't seen a combi flamer, although, I mean, his main source of damage for those Sentinels is the Chaos Space Marines, so I guess it's not unexpected. That would just probably, it would secure maybe a Sentinel kill early on, but he's probably just gonna head straight to Tier 2, yeah.
I would have still gotten the combi flamer, I think.
I mean, he probably still will get it when he's transitioning to Tier 2. He'd probably queue it up when he gets back to base.
And then we might see double CSM and one of the Sentinel might take a fall. Not yet.
Yeah, Atlas he's really fallen behind in VPs. He's gonna be behind in tech for a while here. He only has his one gen farm.
He could even
looking pretty good for Christof here in this early stages of this game.
Yeah. He could even deploy a repair bunker somewhere to help free his guardsmen to get back some map control. And the Flamer Guardsmen are pushing power.
Sentinels are really low. He has done a real nice job with the gen bashing, but I feel like he's almost kind of promoting Christof to cap that hidden power node over there, or even the mid power node, because Atlas can't fight him.
Yeah, and this guardsman is really, funny
really
to
testing
see.
Their luck here.
They get away.
Uh-oh, they're dead.
And they might die. Yes.
Yeah.
Finally lost the squad.
We already have an aspiring champion up for one of the Chaos Space Marines.
Oh yeah. Second coming up.
This is, I mean, Christof could just push right into his opponent's gen farm here and kind of mess him up really bad, because there's really no answer. More guardsmen on the way, which he needs to be able to repair his sentinels.
Yeah.
Still no sergeant though. That's.
And I feel like his next purchase should be either a Bane Wolf or a Chimera.
Yeah, a Bane Wolf would make more sense. A Chimera wouldn't really make much sense here because there's not a lot to reinforce.
And the Bane Wolf would bring the perk of slowing the CSM, so they couldn't charge it.
Yeah.
And
actually, we have an aspiring champion up for both of those as well. Both CSM.
Yeah, Mark of Zinch coming up soonish, I feel.
Yeah, and here comes the Bane Wolf.
Or are these Stormtroopers? No,
oh, those are Stormtroopers actually, yeah.
Wasted red maybe.
And he's getting the assault kit as well on them.
Yeah.
He needs to be careful, he's actually going to lose his guardsmen.
Yeah. Stormtroopers per se aren't a bad choice.
Yeah, I just feel like a Bane Wolf would have been such a stronger choice, but here goes a nice nade.
Yeah, good grenade. Being 2 months. Not bad. Stormtroopers dropped only one. That's okay.
This is definitely Christof's game to lose. He does have 2 gens in the middle as well, so he's got a nice flow of resources coming in, with Atlas only having 1 rec point.
And he only has 38 pop, so quite a low upkeep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him just actually rush straight to tier 3. He has the resources for it, but...
I mean, really, a Predator, for example, would end this game.
Oh yeah, and actually Atlas is attacking straight to tier 3 as well. That's an interesting choice, considering he's down 300 VPs.
I feel like any vehicle for any player would really screw this game around.
And actually we do have the Marka Zinch on the way. We're up for both of the CSM.
Yeah. And
the Mantle of Hate as well.
Yeah, these Sentinels are trouble. Still both unupgraded. Mantle of Fate is interesting. We don't usually
Probably
see
just
that
getting that just to deal with the Inquisitor, and that seems kind of like a little bit of overkill response for an Inquisitor that doesn't have any war gear on her.
I'm wondering, however, if he could stop the Inquisitor from casting Hammer of the Witches if he uses.
Yeah, I think he could, because the cast animation for the Mantle of Drain Life isn't that instant. Oh, wow, never mind.
Yeah, he's taking the fall. And these double Zinch Marines are now.
Yeah, he's just probably going to push right to the gen farm, because there's nothing Atlas can do to stop that.
He's
the
way too
Sentinels can't even
passive.
afford to engage.
Oh, Kazakins.
It'd be a good choice if they get their plasma guns, but I think the tank would be a much better option here.
Much better option. And Christof is way too passive, I feel like.
Yeah.
Should really.
If he pushes the gen farm, he's not gonna. There's never gonna be a tank out on the field. But if he just kind of sits where he's at, the chances of a tank coming out are really high, because that's quite a bit of power income. And actually, one of the Sentinels just melts.
Even getting a kill on the Stormtroopers as well.
And yeah, he's just bashing gens now, which is the correct choice.
Exactly.
Because he has Atlas is picking up the upgrades for the Kasrkin, so there goes the rest of whatever power he had left. Just invested into his
yeah.
And the Dreadnought on the way as well.
The problem with the Kazakins is that they will bleed really badly.
Yeah, they can't win in a ranged gunfight against those Marka Zinch Chaos Space Marines who are starting to get levels as well, so they're really tanky
Look at the
right now.
Stormtroopers taking so much damage. Some heavy strike and some damage.
He is being a little bit of a nuisance with the Sentinel though, running around and decapping some of the VPs and stuff behind, or the points behind.
Basically the only thing he can
lines.
really do with the Sentinel, to be honest.
Yeah. And now that this Dreadnought is out, even if Atlas were to get a tank out, he could just get the Marka Zinch on this thing and it would be a pretty good counter to the tank.
Yeah, new Flamer Guardsman.
Loves his Flamer Guardsman.
Yes.
Christof floating really nice amount of resources, could just head to tier 3, and there goes actually Drain Life.
And one of the Kazakins.
I mean, it did not even actually kill that model.
Tough guy. He even survived the volley of the autocannon.
Yeah, and there's the GG. Christof played this game really well. Although Atlas losing his Catachins was probably the biggest blow in this game.
Yeah, and I feel like not going for the Bane Wolf.
Yeah. Not pushing his advantage when his opponent... I mean, he didn't even force his opponent to get any anti-vehicles throughout that game, so...